Muhammadu Buhari felicitated with Muslims as shows of sustained effort in combating insecurity in Nigeria. Nigerians advised to imbibe virtue of peace as Muslims in Cross River State joined in the celebration of Eid al-Maulud. Plus, Federal Road Safety Corps urges motorists to avoid reckless driving. Details shortly. Good evening. Welcome to NTA News at 7. I am Erika Ivi. Now the news and details. President Muhammadu Buhari felicitated with the Muslims, Ummah, Nigerians and their followers of Islam all over the world on the occasion of the Eid al-Maulud, the birthday of Prophet Muhammad. The president urges Muslims to strive for forgiveness and closeness to the noble life and teaching of the prophets. In a statement signed by the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Publicity, Garba Shehu, the President uses the occasion to give a snapshot of the increased activities the armed forces, police and intelligence agencies have embarked upon to effectively respond to the security challenges in the nation. It says the government fully expects the intent for these trains to continue and calls on the media to address the tone, content, and standards of reporting into security and safety measures. The President added that increased cooperation and collaboration from the citizenry, coupled with revigorated, dynamic, and energized police, security, as well as military leadership, is helping the administration score more victories against terrorist criminality and economic sabotage. President Buhari is appealing to road users to drive with care and avoid needless accidents. And still on Eid al-Maulud, Cross River State Governor Professor Ben Ayade felicitated with Muslims on the occasion of the celebration of Eid al-Maulud, advising that the unity of people's virtues of kindness, humility, and peaceful coexistence, exemplified by the Holy Prophet Muhammad, be emulated. Eid al-Maulud celebration is being observed annually by Muslims all over the world to mark the birthday of Prophet Muhammad. In a statement signed by the Special Advisor on Media and Publicity, Christian Nta, said the selfless service rendered by Prophet Muhammad, who served as a unifying leader to all Muslims, should be a lesson to humanity. The governor, while congratulating the Muslims Ummah on the celebration of the Holy Prophet's birthday, explained that the virtues of service and exemplary leadership, as demonstrated by the Prophet Muhammad, should be imbibed by all. He commended the Muslim community in Cross River State for their continued support, peaceful coexistence, even as he urged them to use the occasion to reflect on essential lessons of his life. He urged them to pray for the continued progress of Cross River State and the nation at large. And more on Eid al-Maulud. The People Democratic Party has urged Nigerians to use the occasion to this year's Eid al-Maulud for solemn introspection and made commitment towards rebirth in all areas of national life. The party's National Publicity Secretary, Kola Olubundiya, in a statement noted that Eid al-Maulud, the celebration of the birth of Holy Prophet Muhammad, presents another good opportunity for the nation to put behind all issues that cause disunity, disaffection, strife, and despondency, as well as activate a new beginning by embracing the virtues of love for one another, tolerance, mutual understanding, and forgiveness, in line with the teaching of the Holy Prophets. The PDP insists that such is the only way to move the nation forward. The statement further urges Nigerians to resist all forces that seeks to disunite them for selfish reasons and continue to work together, especially in their determination and chart a new course for the nation. Again, on Eid al-Maulud, the Federal Road Safety Corps has called on motorists and other road users to avoid reckless driving, exhibit more patience, and resist the temptation to violate stipulated speed limits on all roads in the country. The call came as part of sensitization programs targeted at reinforcing and consolidating existing efforts and strategies of the Corps to ensure a safer motoring environment during the 2021 Eid al-Maulud celebration. In a statement by the Corps Public Education Officer, Besi Kazim, the FRSC, while celebrating the season with Muslim faithful, revealed that a crash-free mobility is possible and urge all road users to comply with established traffic rules and regulations. The motoring public are advised to imbibe safe road use attributes while driving across the country, as the FRSC will ensure enhanced visibility of personnel around all corridors. Leaders across board have been urged to lead with the fear of God, to reflect the leadership qualities of the forebearers, for the world to know peace. This form part of the opinion of some Muslim clerics in Calabar, while speaking on the significance of Eid al-Maulud. And Rita Owunuguala has details.
As Muslims in Cross River State join their counterparts the world over to mark the 2021 Eid al-Maulud, they called on leaders to reflect on the life and time of Prophet Muhammad, who preached peace amongst people.
Eid al-Maulud, as the birthday of our Prophet, the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his birthday is what we mark as the Eid al-Maulud. And the significance is that at least we try to mark the day in the sense that we show the whole world that today is the birthday of our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
The legacies of the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is, as Allah said in the Holy Quran, وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَاكَ إِلَّا رَحْمَةً لِلْعَالَمِينَ, meaning we have not sent you except as a mercy to mankind. So his greatest legacy is this mercy to mankind, which means when we say mercy, what do we mean? Mankind living in peace, living with one another together, understanding one another, coexisting together as one.
Others are of the opinion that leaders should consciously formulate people-oriented policies that will impact positively on the masses.
Yeah, the message is that all of us, the leaders, likewise from the spiritual leaders, the imams and the pastors, they should preach the correct thing to the people. When they are there in the churches or anywhere they are preaching, let us look into our problem in the country and see how it's going to resolve. It should not be when a big man enters the church or his mosque. Now, oh, praise the Lord, Allahu Akbar, because you see only a single person, maybe a senator, a governor. Other people will now be no. Even though when they are there, let us take what is going on. See our country today. How do you address the insecurity? When the big men are there, governor is there in the mosque, the president is there in the mosque, let that imam or the pastor there look into the Bible and the Quran, their way of life, the two of them. We Muslims believe in the Bible. To let them now talk there. How do we address insecurity in this?
Just need one thing for our lawmakers to enact, and there will be peace in this nation. If we all identify as just Nigerians, without that tribal, I am this, I am that, I am this, I am that, our lawmakers should enact it in law and say, we are just Nigerians. Anybody that preaches ethnic segregation or religious segregation should be called to book by the law.
Eid al-Maulud is celebrated annually by Muslim faithful to mark the birth of Prophet Muhammad, though always in a low key, unlike the Eid al-Kabir, which goes with the slaughtering of ram. In Calabar, Henrietta Owunuguala, NTA News.
Hijab, which is a veil, is part of the Muslims women and girls wear. And it is not uncommon to see a Muslim woman or girl around without her wearing hijab. Curious to know why passionately and religiously wearing of the hijab, especially to Muslim women. Hama Aishatu Joda visited Muslim communities in Calabar and tells us more on the significance of wearing hijab.
Head covering was introduced into Arabia long before Muhammad, primarily through Arab contact with Syria and Iran, where the hijab was a sign of social status. Also, history of the women veil in the Near East dates back much further than that of Islam. It was also a familiar part of life in Europe until recent time. Similarly, in Nigeria, hijab is a religious veil worn by many Muslim women in the presence of any male outside of their immediate family, which usually covers their hair, head, and chest. The hijab can also be referred to any hair, head, face, or body covering by Muslim women. Some of the reasons attributed to the wearing of hijab include to maintain modesty and privacy from unrelated male in an Islamic world. The Quran also instructs Muslim women and men to dress modestly, which underscores the reasons for the passion of Muslim women for the wearing of hijab.
In Islam, everywhere in your body is naked except your face. That is, as for a lady, except the face, the fingers of the hand, and also the leg. But all other place in her body is a naked place in Islam. So the hijabs cover all the body.
What
Yes.
are the reasons for wearing
Yes,
hijab?
it is very, very, very compulsory for the Muslim woman to cover their heads, because that head, the hair that they're doing, it is meant, as a married woman, is meant to be seen by their husbands alone.
Because when we wear this hijab, everybody that look us, they will know that we are Muslim.
How do Muslim men view the wearing of hijab?
Quran also said it, and also in Hadith also, the Holy Prophet also said it, that you should wear hijab. Hijab will cover your body. If not, you are naked. At least they look at them, those that are obedient to God.
There is a saying that your dress is your address, and so for a female committed Muslim faithful, the hijab is a symbol of respect, loyalty, and pride for the Islamic religion. In Calabar, Aishatu Hamajoda, NTA News.
You're watching news reaching you from the studio of Nta Calabar. You can also watch this newscast from our YouTube channel at YouTube/NTA Calabar. More news when we return. Don't go away. Welcome back to the rest of the bulletin. Perhaps one of the most cheering news of the time is Nigeria's show of capacity to produce electric and gas power vehicles in line with the nation's national determined contribution to the Paris Agreement on reducing carbon emissions. Here is Onyeka Fine-Faced with details of a made-in-Nigerian electric car in motion.
Sharon Ikazo is Nigeria's Minister of State Environment. Mrs. Ikazo is taking this brand new car for a drive. Well, that is not uncommon and certainly not the news. The news, however, is that this car is made in Nigeria. More so, it is an electric car, one of several innovations by the National Automotive Design Development Council.
And what's really exciting is that this vehicle is assembled in Nigeria in the old Volkswagen of Nigeria assembly plant. So this is a vehicle that would allow the nation to more easily meet the targets of the Paris Accord.
It is designed to make transportation in Nigeria clean, green and noiseless, with a complete pollution-free status.
The engine, no sound, no heat. You saw us open the bonnet. You couldn't touch the bonnet or the engine of a petrol-fueled car. But this one you could, yeah. And no smoke as well, no emissions. That's the key thing. With time, it becomes affordable for ordinary Nigerians. If we have an all-of-government approach in working out how to scale it up so it will be affordable.
Demonstration done. Time now to get to work, to scale the production of more eco-friendly vehicles and, most important, make them available and affordable for all Nigerians. Onengiye Fine Face, Nta News.
The Cross River State agro-industrialization agenda is geared toward diversification of the economy, food sufficiency, job creation, and decoupling the state from over-dependency of the federal allocation. This tall dream is gradually being actualized with the test run of Cross River State tunneled, ventilated, climate-controlled, automated poultry closed house located at Udugbani. Paul Abel reports that the poultry farm is to supply the 24,000 beds per day chicken processing factory, also known as Kalachika.
It is a new dawn in Cross River State as the agro-industrialization drive by the Governor Ben Ayade-led administration is bearing fruit, with the chicken processing factory now to commence daily production, while the Cross River Poultry Farm begins evacuation of birds.
Cross River is providing for you fresh chicken. So it's not frozen, it comes to you fresh. From the farm to the factory, from the factory to your kitchen. I am happy that finally this factory is up and running. But the greatest news is that we need close to 2,000 poultry farmers.
The mop-ups we're doing around all the poultry farmers here was not even up to 1,000 a day. So however, that problem has been solved today, which is why we are here today. These birds are from the state poultry farm.
This plant is going to generate a lot of jobs. At least 200 people are going to employ here. And if a processing plant runs, it gives opportunity for the farmers to employ more people.
The capacity of the closed house is 24,000 birds, but starts with 15,000 for the test run, while the matured birds, now 5 weeks old, are transferred to the chicken processing factory where they are processed.
Here we have 2.5, which means we are going to give Cross Riverians better sizes at lower cost, and it's just amazing.
When all the 6 ventilated poultry closed houses are completed, as well as supply from other open poultry farms within and outside the state, it is hoped to meet the capacity of the modern chicken slaughtering factory. In Calabar, Paul Abel, Nta News.
As insecurity heightens, concerned Nigerians are calling for more water-like security, especially at borders across the country. The people bared their minds during a vox pop conducted by NTA News crew. Odialeon reports.
Most respondents who spoke off camera noted that the challenges of kidnapping, banditry, and other security threats can put the country in jeopardy. Reacting in line with the allegations of porous land borders in the state, the Controller Immigration Service Cross River State Command, Mr. Christopher Bekay, assured the people of Cross River State that the service under his watch will leave no stone unturned to ensure that there is no infiltration of foreigners into the state.
It's the same issue all across our borders in Nigeria. Do you have migrants? Please inform our office. They tell me we don't have anybody, any migrant in this place. We are all brothers, we are all Nigerians. So how do you now go out and fish when the people who should tell you are not ready to avail us with this information?
He acknowledged the challenges of land borders across the country and called on the federal government to expedite action in providing technological equipment to the service for seamless operation across borders.
With just a basic equipment stationed in one place. You can man our borders, you can check those who are crossing, those who are coming in, and you can do your work with technology. Until the federal government does that for us, we still have to make do with what we have for now.
Mr. Bekay expressed appreciation to the Cross River State government for providing office accommodation at Ogoja to be used as second passport office in the state to serve the people from the stress of traveling to Calabar for their passport, as well as decongest the Calabar office.
The passport acquisition equipment, we have the carcass of the building donated by the state government. The ball is now firmly in our court to bring in the equipment to now make the place operational as a passport office to service the northern part of Cross River. For that, I say thank you very much, Your Excellency. May God continue to increase you so that you can perform people-oriented services towards your good people in Cross River State here.
The Nigerian Immigration Service was extracted from the Nigerian police in 1958 and was formally established by Parliamentary Act Cap 171 into the Federation of Nigeria in 1963 and saddled with the responsibility of controlling persons entering or leaving Nigeria, as well as issuance of travel documents and enforcement of laws, regulations, including border surveillance and patrol. In Calabar, Ode Alenyo, NTA News.
Stakeholders in livestock business have assured of their readiness to put an end to open grazing in line with the new anti-open grazing law of Akwa Ibom states. Calvin Samuel, who sought opinions of the people on the new law, reports that its main purpose is to eliminate the lingering crisis between farmers and herders.
Given the numerous problems associated with open grazing and rearing of animals, especially between farmers and herders, most state governments are taking steps to put an end to these problems, which has been at the center of discourse across the country. To this end, the Akwa Ibom state government recently signed into law the Anti-Open Grazing Bill, which therefore put an end to open grazing and rearing of animals in the state. Stakeholders in the livestock business say they are ready to align with the state government to ensure that the law, which they say is for the interests of peace, is adhered to, as according to them, measures are being put in place in line with the new law.
What Akwa Ibom state government has done is to have a way of resolving the issue between farmer herder, because as livestock owner, that's your business, and then someone that deals with crop, that's also the person's business. So you should not allow your own business to trespass to someone else's business. So
we are ready to abide by the law. We have submitted our own memo, and I know the law will help a lot in maintaining peace, though there's no problem here. But it's better you control the problem before the problem comes in.
There is no doubt that the law will be difficult at the initial stage, but the people are ready to do all it takes, especially as it has to do with the peaceful coexistence of all and the unity of the nation.
By the time you ranch these animals, you'll be able to get the best out of it. You talk about the milk, you talk about the fattening, you talk about crossbreeding.
Meanwhile, a 14-man enforcement committee has also been inaugurated by the state government, led by the Commissioner for Agriculture, with the responsibility of enforcing the law across the 31 local government areas of the state. In Uyo, Calvin Samuel.
The All Progressive Congress APC has described as futile exercises parallel congresses are held during state congress of the party, stating that such are as against the party's constitution. In a statement, National Secretary of the APC Caretaker Committee, John James Akpanudoidede, says only congresses conducted by duly inaugurated state congress committees are recognized by the party, and that where contestation exists, adequate conflict resolution measures have been put in place to address them through the party's appeal committees for the Congress. The APC Caretaker Committee says it will adhere to internal democracy and the charge by the leader of the party, President Muhammadu Buhari, that the party be returned to the people, especially card-carrying party members who came out en masse to elect executives who will take charge of party affairs in the state for the next 4 years. This is where we made it tonight. But before we go, a recap of the top stories. President Muhammadu Buhari has felicitated with Muslims at the celebration of the birthday of Prophet Muhammad and assured of sustained effort in combating insecurity in Nigeria. Nigerians are advised to imbibe virtue of peace as Muslims in Cross River State joined in the celebration of Eid al-Maulud. You also heard in the news that the Federal Road Safety Corps has warned motorists on reckless driving and assured of enhanced visibility of personnel around all corridors. That's it for tonight. Stay safe. Thanks for watching. Good night.